I probably should have set this up first. Okay. Sorry. God damn it. Okay, hi. I'm Stephen Pitts. I don't know if that makes the lighting any better, actually. Oh, I have no other light bulbs in this room. Be damned. Okay, hi, I'm Stephen Pitts, and this is a poem I wrote called Currently Untitled. This is by far the longest poem I've ever written and probably ever will write. It's also the most deeply personal. So yeah, here it goes. And also, I have a terrible memory, so excuse me for reading it off my phone. And also my phone's pretty bad, so I might lose my place a lot because it'll jump all over. Okay. Currently Untitled. And so before it began, it ended quite quickly and very, very anticlimactically, with you barely even talking to me. Like instead of us going down in fire and flames, it set in motion with you lying and me going down because you had hot pants, and ended up with me talking to myself on the phone almost silently, with a dark, sullenly tame realization that life had suddenly subtracted 131 days from me. Maybe that whole time while I was distracted by painting stars on my ceiling and walking to see you and sorting out feelings, it became so distracting that before I wanted to forget, I forgot that I needed you. I know that life is tough on you, but it's tough on me too. I know we don't have the same problems, but you know what? I bleed too. Now everywhere from the school to the beach, I have to pray that I won't see you. A week ago, I was praying to God that He would see our marriage. You dreamt of building a time machine, and last night I prayed to God to go back to 1998 to make sure that my mom has a miscarriage. You smile reading my little books, and I'm retching a lot because of your Facebook, and I'm starting to hate your face because every time I have to look, I see another face that I hate on yours. It's not a good look on you, and I used to think that you were beautiful wearing anything, but another person's face is the exception, and an arm around your waist pushes my exception. And I feel it plays on all the times you engage me in subtle acts of deception. So yeah, I guess with these developments, I should add some corrections. Battling this would be as futile as battling elements and smoothing over my imperfections. I was just another pair of talking lips you had at the end of your deck in your collection. Sure, I know the sky is pretty. That's why I compared you to it so many times. But space is dark, cold, and silent, and you wanting to live there is so fitting because home is where the heart is. It's a shame that the only way to fight writer's block is to play the tortured artist. A dozen poems later and I'm draining. The only thoughts keeping me afloat aren't reasons for abstaining, but thoughts about the future. You said we wouldn't be good together, but how would you know when we're so perfect right now? Right now is what it's all about. Right now, I feel like I'm hollowed out. You thought that you weren't pregnant, and you said that you weren't scared because it was with me. You were scared because you were only 16. But you know what? I would have married you and made you my queen. You don't deserve to wear that crown. It should be broken to pieces. A tree falls the way it leans. You are obsessed with watching sneeches. Fuck this town. It's not the way you lean that's the problem, but the company that you keep is. Be careful which way you lean. And I swear to God, I'll try to keep my eyes closed for as long as I live, so I don't have to see those eyes. If I look into them, you'll tell me lies. I can't keep trying. I hope I die. Those lips, those hips, the way that you walk, your face, your grace, the way that you talk. I kiss you. You're beautiful. I want you to walk. Fuck, fuck. Fuck, don't you understand? Kissing me while your hands in his pants is dragging me into quicksand. Hell, I don't understand. If you want me so bad, why would you see another man? You said you'd marry me someday, but you just wanted to be with him right now, and that he wasn't marriage material, but you put a heart and a wedding ring emoticon next to his name in your Instagram biography. If you love him so much more, why would you still talk to me? I couldn't articulate my thoughts into a way you'd ever understand. That's why I had to quote David Bowie. If it's because of me and the feelings I keep of yours, then why did you date so soon? Over a mistake? Really? It doesn't matter how many times we go over this. I hate it. 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 We were sweet potatoes. My roots were too deep for yours to outgrow. Though you see them sprout all around me, and I ask who, what, why, and how. Where the hell do we go now? Where does this path go? Where do we end up? How the hell would you know? And I'm just asking because I can't stop talking to you. And you're talking back because you know that deep down you love me too. But when I promised I would kill myself, you blocked me in all my messages. And that's funny because you unblocked me and blocked me again because you always expect me to make that first move. Or maybe you just wanted to see if I was alive. You don't move first because you can't handle the heat. The only reason why I stayed alive is not so deep. The only reason why I stayed alive is because I fell asleep. Or maybe I just lied. Maybe I'm lying to myself among everyone, including you. Maybe I just want you to beg me to stay first because there's still a chance. But you wouldn't dare. No, you didn't care. If you really cared, you wouldn't have permanently stopped because I warned you if you did, we'd never speak again. But maybe that's why you unblocked me for that fleeting half a day. Or maybe to rid yourself of guilt, because you probably knew deep down that my heart was still beating and my lungs were reluctantly breathing anyways. And when I die, what will I see? What could I say for all its ambiguous darkness? Burning hellfire surrounding me in pitch black darkness. I don't care. God, why won't you save me? Why won't you help me? Why won't you hear my prayers? Did you just write my name down and you're saving me for later? My second biggest regret was not being with you all of the time at your birthday party, but at least I came to yours, twice at that. The next time I came over, I was extremely upset yet foolhardy, and then I helped you do all your chores. And I'm alone now, save for the fact that I am always attacked by scavenging harlots and whores. They're all loose locks and I'm a key, but I only look to open closed doors. Maybe your lock is loose because you're trying to let me in, but what then? What then? It began with closed eyes, sitting shoulder to shoulder, pretending to watch Dracula at Bela Lugosi. It started with my hand on your thigh, and yes, maybe we were a little bit drunk and kinda high, but I felt how warm you were, and I wanted you to hold me. But that doesn't change the fact that what happened next made me feel like that one guy in Infinity. That kiss that sealed our fates, locked our lips and fingertips. It boggles the mind to use the word hate. And whether I truly feel it toward you, I know that I have to. And I asked you out on Halloween and you said that it was cute. And we didn't flirt around for long because I asked you out because I was afraid somebody else would. And I couldn't go a moment from that moment without calling you mine or myself yours. And that's why every day I go to school I always wear a suit. Because I know you liked well-dressed men. But it doesn't beat him wearing your hoodie, does it? And I swear to God, if you ever try to give that one to me, you could shove it. Why do you always come to me? Why am I easier to talk to? Why do you tell me all of your problems and all your happenings if you tell them as it is? You don't need me. Not if you do whatever you need to with him. Tell him first. Plant a tree. You can carve your initials in it, and then he'll win. And I don't understand why you would still date him if I'm the first person you come to. My God, what has this come to? You said you were just a regular fish out of water when we stopped talking. If you were a fish out of water, you'd be dead. You joke so vigorously and yet you joke so hard and yet so vigorously about wanting me and anyone with a problem to beat the shit out of you as if around you we all saw red. When really that was just for him and I'm the only one who literally got hurt because you wanted to hit me instead of hit on me on the day before Valentine's Day. Maybe we don't see so much since you dyed your hair. Maybe I don't see so much since I died because you used to be my heir. When I was little, I didn't have cable. I saw on PBS that walking makes you live longer, and that if you could walk to the moon and back, then you could live forever. I always used to say that I would love you to the moon and back. For someone who loves me, you can't say it because you think that loving and being in love means the same thing. For someone who said I'd wait for, and you said so softly in amazement that I was the sweetest guy in the world. And when you listened to my sad mixtape weeks later because you couldn't handle the sadness when it was your fault, and you said in your corner, covered in tears, calling me back again and again all day and all night, that you just lost the sweetest boy in the world. For someone who cares, who claims to care, who wanted to pinky promise to being best friends just 2 weeks ago, and still pinky promised to husband and wife, together forever, soulmates, and I love you, but you couldn't even say it. You got a funny way of showing it. And you just told me you loved me that night because you knew that's what I wanted to hear. And I had to tell you this just 2 weeks ago. And you've been dating him for almost 2 months, who that same day gave me a Valentine's Day card and said, "To the moon and back," and inside you wrote, "Our love is forever." You asked just what the big deal today is, because it's just a card. It's just a card? You gave me that pink heart-shaped rock because you were saving it for someone special that day because your heart was cold. And it was shaped like a stone. It's ironic going back and forth. You couldn't even fucking remember that. And that night you sounded so awfully disappointed for saying that I couldn't have sex with someone who doesn't love me. And you with the boyfriend were very distraught because you said that you wanted to be close to me, and that was the closest you could be to someone. Actually, I think that's why you said you loved me that night. You just wanted my dick, but you never brought me medicine or soup for that whole month when I was sick. You broke up with me the day before I came back to school because he was there and I wasn't, because I was stupid and he knew it. You said you wished this year never happened even after dating him. Well, I agree. Today you asked me how far back I would go if we made the time machine. I'd go back 4 months and start over. You asked me to climb Mount Everest because I said I'd do anything to get you back. And even though you said I couldn't, you said that I didn't care, and that there were absolutely no way that I wouldn't. That there was absolutely no way that I wouldn't. On my birthday, I didn't hang out with anyone else because I made plans with you and you knew. You promised. But I hung out all by myself because you were with Caitlin and your boyfriend on my fucking birthday. And just a couple of days ago, I had a dream that on my birthday, you two kissed on my bed and said, "Not on my motherfucking bed," because I knew about this. I mean, before I knew about this. And now I know why. I will never forget you. No, fuck me, forget that. I will forget you. But I will never forgive you. You awful human being. Back away and don't let me see you or I will attack. I swear to God, I will scream at you, I will yell at you, I will break down and cry. If I still see you around, I will kiss someone in front of you because you know what? You were right. We are Ross and Rachel. But I never wanted to be. And so in the words of Bob Dylan, the times are changing. In the words of Bob Dylan, this is the story of the hurricane. And in the words of Bob Dylan, we've got to get away out of this place. And in the words of Bob Dylan, "Oh mama, this is surely the end." And in the words of Bob Dylan, "What kind of friend are you?" And I will take this to my grave, for I swear to God that upon my finite soul I shall love and hate you until long past when I grow old. We could have been friends. This could have went better. Before your grandma died, this is the first time I walked 3.5 hours to your house, not even knowing if I'd see you. She said that it would take a lot to earn your trust back. But as for me, I've been long past trusting you for a long time. And you probably don't care, or you'll get annoyed with it. But who really cares, right? I'll forget you anyways. I'll try to pretend, but oh no, I will never forgive you. And it's kind of funny that I'm just now finding out that every time I vented or told it like it was, you just always thought I was trying to make you feel bad. So you thought you could act like a bitch just because I acted like one in a different way? Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I texted and called you last night because I thought I was dying and bleeding out. And your morbid curiosity to message me? You thought I was trying to make you feel guilty by being the last person I would talk to. What kind of person are you? What kind of fucking person thinks like that? You're the reason I do it, and yet you were the last person I wanted to talk to. Poetic. Okay, thank you.